You have asked, and now is here. YouTube memberships with weekly workouts and exclusive content for super fans. Make sure to click the join button to become a member. If you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video. Without further ado, let's get started. Welcome back to another technique video. Today we're going to be working on the uppercut. So let's take our fighting stance. I'll show you the uppercuts first. So I'm here, rhythm back and forth. Uppercut with the lead arm, the one that is in front. Uppercut. So here from the side. Uppercut. Now from the rear side as well. Here, uppercut. Here, uppercut. Now let's break down the technique. Uppercuts from the lead side. Fighting stance here. When I do my uppercut, I want to definitely bend my legs just slightly and keep my hands with me. This is something super important, is that a lot of times people will drop their hands to do the uppercut. And as they drop their hands, they then get clipped with a punch. I want to keep my hands touching, or my fingers touching my forehead, elbows down, and then go together. Go down towards that side. So I'm kind of going down and turning my body, turning my torso just slightly. So you can do that exercise, and you can do it with me here. Turn like you're kind of doing a little lunge here, or a split squat. And then as I burst off with my legs, I burst off with that punch. Now, I want to make sure that I do not drop my hands. So I'm here, and then I burst off, and then I do my uppercut. Here, I burst off, and I do my uppercut. Here, I burst off, and I do my uppercut. Now, when I do my uppercut walking and going forward and going backwards, I would recommend to do the steps first. So I walk forward, I turn, boom. I walk forward, I turn, boom. I walk back, or I reset, I turn, boom. Now watch this. As I'm turning, I also pick up the back heel. So for the uppercut, I'm actually picking up that back heel because it would allow me to turn the body and dip my body this way to get that power to burst off. If I don't, it's going to be a little bit harder. Can I do it from there? I can, but I'm not going to have as much power. I'm going to be here, boom, here, boom. So pick up that back heel. I turn like I'm doing a split squat here, and then I punch up, straight up. One question I always get is, do I punch short or do I punch long? You can do both depending where your target is. You can do a long uppercut here, a long uppercut, and get your opponent that way. Or you can do a short uppercut and get your opponent that way if your target or your opponent is closer to you. So definitely play with the range. There's no one static range for every technique. You want to make sure that you extend your technique and contract your technique depending where your target is, of course with good form. That way you always have power. Now remember to keep your other hand covering your chin, your temple, and your ribs here. I turn, uppercut, turn, uppercut. Now let's do our rear side. So our rear side, I want to turn, and then as I'm turning here, right, so I'm kind of turning this way. You can pick up the foot if you want. I don't recommend it for Muay Thai because you're getting kicked in the legs, but you're kind of squatting down, and I'm turning, squatting down, and then I'm picking up, bursting off, picking up that back heel. For all the punches that come from the rear side, picking up that back heel is going to release and make sure that you are able to turn your hip and turn your torso with your punch, and giving you a lot of power that way. So I'm here, boom. Boom, here, boom, here, boom, here. And again, once I'm here, I want to kind of extend the arm away from my body. So I'm here, away from my body and not down. I don't want to extend my arm down. I want to here and extend my arm away from my body as I'm bursting off with my legs. It kind of looks like an image of putting my arm down, but I'm not putting it down. Once I slow it down, if you notice, I'm just extending the arm away from my body and letting my legs drive that punch upwards as opposed to doing this and dropping my hand and then coming up. As always, keeping the other hand covering the temple, the chin, and the ribs nice and tight. So I kind of dip down, bending here. It looks more of a squat this time as opposed to the other one that looks more of a lunge or a split squat. Here, it looks more of a squat. Here, just a little bit. I turn my body, my torso, and I uppercut in a straight line going from the bottom all the way to the top. Like always, you can extend the arm a little bit further here, uppercut, or a little bit shorter, uppercut for a shorter uppercut if your opponent's a little bit closer or if your opponent is a little bit further away. Walking back and forth or side to side, same. I step, I turn, uppercut. I step, I turn, uppercut. So let's do a few uppercuts. We're going to be doing 5 sets of both of them, the lead side and the rear side with me. So let's take our fighting stance, rhythm back and forth, shoulders forward and up. Now from here, let's do our lead. I'm going to split squat here, bend the legs just slightly. And then from here, I'm bursting up, extending my punch forward. 1. Now let's do the other side. Squatting down just slightly, bursting the legs up. 2. Now let's go to the other side. Arm, and then away. Now let's make it smoother. Here. 2, that's 2. Let's go. Turn. Turn. That's 3. Turn. Turn. That's 4. As I'm turning, I'm picking up that back heel for the lead side. Turn. Turn. And that's 5. Remember to practice, practice, practice. Don't worry if you don't get it at the beginning. The uppercuts can be a little bit tricky. And I would say the rear side might feel a little bit awkward. So the power side might feel a little bit awkward. But once you got it here, popping that shoulder always forward, you're going to have a lot of power. And like anything with practice or perfect practice, as you can, you're going to get better and better at it. Remember, shoulder. So I'm not doing this just with the arm. I'm popping the shoulder. Here, shoulder is going to be forward. Boom. Even if I do a short one, the shoulder has to be behind my punch here as my hip and my torso, everything together. Here. Here. If you just use your arm or just do this, then you're going to have trouble. One great drill also that I like to do, and this is more for a cardio drill to speed up the hands, is just speed uppers. So you can go here, speed uppers. Make sure you do not punch yourself or your hands or punch yourself in the face, of course. But speed uppers, bam, bam, here. All right, so this is one drill that you'll see boxers do all the time, and it does help you speed up your punches. Speed a lot of the times comes from muscle twitch. So here, this is going to teach your body to muscle twitch. Everything with balance, you can kind of step in place. And we're going to be doing that in our workouts as well. So you can practice that, and you can always come back to this video to practice your uppercuts and, of course, down at the workouts as well. So that's it for the uppercuts. See you guys in the next video. If you love this video, consider becoming a super fan. For a very small price, directly support the growth of your favorite Muay Thai channel and get access to exclusive perks only available to super fans. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure to share and like this video, and like always, I can't wait to see you next time.